I've got my leathers on. I'm on a night ride with two cruisers. It's different for me because I think last time I did this was at least 5 or 4 years ago. But we have the Rebel 11,000 and the Kawasaki Vulcan S. So a 650 against the 11,000 bike. The Honda, it's brand new. It showed up last year, and the Kawasaki was launched, I think, in 2015. Two bikes, pretty close one to another as a riding position, as ergonomy. And my friend over here, Laur, hello.
Hello.
Has bought his Vulcan S, so we can put them head to head and find out what bike you should buy. If you're like me, a novice in this domain, should you choose the Rebel or should you choose the Vulcan S? What do you think, Laura? You own this bike already for 5 years at least?
Like 3.
Like 3 years, okay.
Yeah.
So you've put a lot of work into it. I can see that it's a lot different from a standard bike.
Yeah.
It has lots of bits and bobs that I didn't saw so far on this type of bikes. How do you like it so far?
It was great as my first bike, but I think I grew it at this point. So I'm looking to go somewhere bigger. But I guess for a beginner or somewhere in mid-range, it's quite okay. It has enough power for you as a beginner to have fun, but
Cool.
It's also quite stylish. I mean, this one that I have is quite custom, as you can see, with all the fairing and the mirrors and the drag bars. Yeah.
So it's a stylish bike. You bought it.
Yeah.
You bought it with the eye. You chose it, but because
Yeah.
it looks very good in your
exactly.
opinion. So yeah, it's an attractive bike. It looks quite cool. So I think it's kind of hipsterish, in my opinion. But yeah, I would ride this bike. I would put it as a bike for city use and small trips.
Exactly.
What do you say?
Exactly.
I think it's the same for the Rebel. I wouldn't go with the Rebel for a 500-kilometer trip.
I don't think so. Though I don't have that many frames of reference.
Okay, so far we've went like all night riding.
Yeah.
What do you think so far? You've rode the Rebel, you've rode the Vulcan for last 3 years. So what bike would you buy? But first, let's break it down because I want to know why. So let's talk about the suspensions on both bikes. Which one did you felt like a comfortable bike to ride every day?
I'd say this has a better suspension, though I ride with mine tightened to max, so it's quite sturdy and quite stiff. Though also, what helps with suspension and the potholes and stuff for this one is the pegs, the fact that they're mid, not forward like this one. So it's easier for you to stand up in the potholes rather than this one where you kind of have to grab the handlebars.
We have to film that at some point because it's very interesting how you do it.
Yeah.
So the first impression while riding the Honda, it's more comfortable than the Kawasaki.
I think so. Also, mine has the drag bar, so the position is even more uncomfortable. It's more sporty. I like it for the city and everything, but this is more ergonomic, so you can kind of relax.
Okay, understood. What about the brakes? I think they are quite good for both bikes. You will stop promptly every time you want.
Yeah, though I guess this one has ABS.
Yes.
This one doesn't. Though the Vulcan S comes with the ABS version as well. So
Yeah. So
but
so
of
you
course,
want.
in between these two models, this
So
one has better brakes
you are a real man. You ride without ABS. I got that.
for now.
So lots of electronics over there. You get ride by wire. You get the riding modes. 4 riding modes for that one. None for this one. It's cabled action throttle. Classic.
Yeah.
Let's put it like this. And you also get the cruise control, which helps with the comfort level. And you can add up some heated grips and stuff, but you can do that with this one also. So in regards to comfort, that one feels a bit more comfortable. And I have to say, this is a different thing because you have these options for wind protection, this bat fairing in the front, which kind of helps compared to this small fairing that you've put over here.
Yeah, and that's not like stock. It's
It's an
some
aftermarket piece
stuff, yeah.
that you added up.
And it doesn't help with the wind or anything. It's just like
Yeah,
design.
that one has lots of stuff on it, like the luggage system. You can get it optionally. You can also buy it for the Vulcan. That's a that's a thing that you can get if you want to go touring with this bikes, which we don't recommend. You said it already. After 3 years of owning it, it's not the best tourer.
I guess I've seen Vulcan S's made custom for touring. They have all the saddlebags and they have the CC bar, and also like a huge windshield. I guess those are quite touring, but I don't know. I think there are better options. I'm not sure about the price range, but there might be.
But if you were to go touring,
yeah, this one.
That one, okay.
Yeah, so, I mean, especially with the Batwing, and
so the huge difference right now in between these two bikes, it's the price, because that one it's I think close to double as this one. This one it's around 8,000 euros, and that one it's close to 14,000 euros. It has a DCT gearbox, which is like beautiful for this kind of bikes, because you just put it on the drive. You have only the drive and the manual mode. You don't get the sport mode as on the Africa Twin. But it feels quite good. It feels quite easy to ride, and you don't have to worry about the clutch, and also about the changing changing your gears. You can do it with the buttons, but yeah, this one it's mainstream. It's more close to the raw. Exactly. This one is more raw. So the thing is, if I were to buy one of these bikes, should I go for the less expensive version of a cruiser, in this case the Vulcan S, or should I go for the Honda Rebel 11,000?
I'd say depends on your budget, but if you can afford both of them, I go with this one, even though I've had this one for long.
You've said the suspension is better, the brakes are quite good. You think this one's on the Honda are better? What about the ergonomy? Do you like it better with those foot pegs in the middle, or with the advanced controls like on this ones?
I guess this is very subjective, because I really like the position of this one. I don't know, I just like how it feels to ride like that. Though, as I said, I feel this is more practical.
What about sitting on the bike? Because it's important. You have to grab the tank with your knees at some points when you want to turn. If you're tall like me, you don't have enough room for your legs over there on the Honda. It's better on the Kawasaki, I have to admit that. What did you felt so far with that one?
Well, I feel
Honda?
like a bit more comfortable with this, leaning in curves. Maybe I'm more used to it, but also, as you said, I can grab the
gas tank. Okay.
The gas tank better. Yeah.
So do you feel it like it needs a larger tank on the Honda?
I don't know.
I think it would be better if it had a larger tank.
Yeah, it certainly would look bulkier.
It will look a lot bulkier. So this is another important aspect when it comes to cruiser bikes, because the looks are very important.
For cruisers,
That's a biker. Hello. So which one do you think looks better?
I'd say the Vulcan S, yeah. This one, my personal opinion, all of the bikes that have this kind of position, where you kind of have the foot pegs in the middle and the handlebars up, they're quite comfortable, but for me, they look quite dorky and quite nerdy, but this looks more cool. I don't know. Like if you've seen Batman movies, it's kind of the way Batman kind of rides.
Okay, so it's a matter of taste.
Yeah, it's a matter of
I can
taste,
imagine. I'm not into looks when it comes to bikes. I'm more into how they feel. I love that both bikes are very agile and you can steer them very easily. They're like in love with twisties. You can lean them very hard until you scratch the foot pegs. So this is very insane for me to ride that hard, this type of bikes. It's quite beautiful. The first thing that you spot, actually for me, the first thing that I spot when I went on this type of bikes, it's that the suspension, it's like half coming from the shocks and half coming through your back, because every time you hit a bump harder, it will feel like you will jump from the saddle. How do you live like this? It's pretty interesting. I think it's pretty exhausting to do this for longer trips on B roads, on bumpier roads. So not my piece of cake over there. But I can understand that you have to be relaxed, and sometimes you need to lift the bottom up in order for your back not to be
stiff.
under pressure like that. So let's cut to the chase. If you have the money to buy both bikes, would you go for the Honda Rebel or the Vulcan S? You're a novice, you're not longer a novice, but you have to buy one of these two bikes. Which one would you choose?
I would go for the Rebel. It has more power, it has more technology, it feels more comfortable. I would make some slight modifications here and there to make it look cooler, but yeah, the Rebel
So
for me.
you still want to modify it, you still want to make it cooler.
Yeah.
Okay, it's understandable. What's most important for me is that bike, it's quite new with technology. As you said, you have the traction control, the ABS, you have that beautiful DCT gearbox that you got acquainted very easy with it. After a couple of meters, you already knew the bike.
Yeah.
It's a good choice, I think, because although the looks, as you said, are not the most cruiserish that you can get, the Honda Rebel 1100, it's a bike that has a lot to say, and it's so much fun to ride. So about riding, let's do some more riding, and until next time, don't forget to subscribe. See you guys. We see each other in the next episode. Bye. Let's ride. Thank you.